Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a 2019 Volvo Xc40. We're going to have a brutally honest but in-depth look around the vehicle. Let's get on with it. Right then, so Volvo Xc40 Inscription T5 petrol. So let's get it out of the way first. This one is double brown, so it's brown on the outside and then it's brown on the inside. So the nicest thing we can say about it is it's unique. So I must stress, anything that I talk about in these videos is purely my opinion. So starting at the front then, so on this car we've got LED headlights with the Volvo Thor's hammer, they call it, LED daytime running lights. This is an Inscription, so it's got a 360-degree camera, and quite like the front end. It's a bit sort of conservative, a bit bland. I suppose it's not the R design model, so it's not going to look as aggressive. Got those fog lights in there as well, front parking sensors. It's all right. Moving round, so we'll jump in the car in a second and I'll show you the interior. You've probably seen it in the intro shots as well. Alloy wheels, they're diamond cut. I don't mind the design of those, they're okay. 19-inch in size. Looks like they could fill the wheel arches a lot more, maybe go 20s, but again, you know, that car wasn't, this car, sorry, wasn't selected with those as an option. Side profile of the vehicle, so I'd say yeah, it's all right. There's nothing to really get excited about there. Not quite sure what this bit is all about, why that couldn't just be more window there, but you know, I suppose it's the designers trying to do something a bit different. Not really keen on the plastic along the bottom and around there. I think for a car of this value that should be painted, colour coded, although I do like the silver roof rails. It does tie in with the silver along the bottom of the windows there. So moving round, so we've got, I think they're partial LED rear lights. Yes, they are. I can see some bulbs in there. So partial LED lights. I do like the twin exit exhaust. I think that just, I think on a car, if you're gonna have exhausts exposed, one at either side is the way to go. So quite a busy sort of section here, I'd say. Too much sort of in the way of badging. You've got XC40 there, Volvo there, T5 there. Should have maybe just put the XC40 somewhere along this section here, a bit smaller, and then had the Volvo bit there, but it is what it is. We've got rear parking sensors on this one as well. Rear quarter, yeah, I quite like the look of it from this quarter. Again, eyes always drawn to that bit there. Let's have a look in the boot. So it is a powered tailgate on the Inscription. And then plenty of room in here. We've got these sort of useful strap things here and a bit of extra space underneath. That's really useful, really like that. What's in that bag there? Oh, that's some nets. I can feel it in there, some cargo nets. Power outlet there as well. Hanging little hook there as well, through load. Yeah, it's okay in there, plenty of room. There we go, looks all right. Let's carry on. So we're round at the driver's side now, and let's have a look at the interior. As I said, it is very, very unique. So, being the Inscription, you get the Inscription logo embossed into the front headrest, but not the rear. Don't quite know why that is. We've just finished it off nicely. Really nice leather, nice quality feel to it, nice and soft as well. I'm going to jump in. Nice and comfortable in the back. Plenty of leg room, as you can see. I know I'm not the tallest person, but even if I slide right forwards, yep, there you go. You can see plenty of room there. That's all I've got to look at. There's me in the mirror there. Yeah, again, not a lot to really talk about in the back. These little LED lights if you need them. Yeah, it's not a lot to keep your rear passengers occupied, but that's not what it's all about, is it? You do get ISOFIX points in this as well. You've also got a armrest with some cup holders. I mean, again, looks like Volvo cheaped out here. Could have had a little cover over that, little flip cover like that. Not quite sure what's happening with the leather here. That's pretty poor quality from Volvo. There's nothing there that's impacting it, so that's pretty poor. Yeah. It's quite an expensive car. You don't expect the leather to start coming out from around a cup holder. There we go. So that's the rear. So there's a quick glance of the dashboard. Oh, you do get some little coat hooks there as well. And yeah, I suppose these nets are useful if you want to put things in there. You can do that. Floor mats. Yeah, you get floor mats. I don't know if they're standard or not, but they look fitted to me, so that's fine. This carpet feels really, really cheap. For a high-end Volvo, that's pretty poor. And yeah, it's all around as well, so that's pretty poor. And then the plastics, yeah, it just doesn't have that premium feel that you'd expect from a car like this. Bear in mind the Inscription is the top of the range in the Volvo world. Anyway, let's jump in the front and have a look. We're going to jump in the front in a second. Again, on the driver's door card, that cheap carpet comes all the way up to here, so it's always near you. There's no getting away from that, and that is it's just a cheap feeling material. I don't know why they've done that. That is horrific. Got this little sort of panel here of it's like tried to be like open pore wood, I suppose. I don't know if I like that or not. Maybe not with this colour combination, maybe with a black interior just to brighten it up a bit, but see what you think there. Memory seats on this particular one, only 2. Why is there not 3? There is on most cars, Mercedes, BMW and so on do 3. All around lecky windows and adjustable power door mirrors, of course. Yeah. So again, there's your driver's seat with the Inscription embossed into the headrest. This 2019 car, yeah, looks to be really well looked after, to be honest with you. There's no real signs of use. Leather just wants a really good clean, but other than that, there's no rips or tears. Quite like the steering wheel. It's got a sort of, let me jump in, got a bit of a square airbag to it, but yeah, it's all right. I'll start the car up in just a second. We'll just have a quick look around the front. So we've got Volvo's traditional nice big screen. I think this screen is actually smaller than what you get in some of the more expensive Volvos, i.e. the XC90 and S90 and V90 and so on. Where the microphone's just come off. There's a little bit more of that sort of open pore wood. Yeah, do you think it goes with this colour? What do you think? I'm not so sure, but hey, there we go. I didn't order the car. Seats, I've got to tell you, sitting in this driver's seat, these are super, super comfortable. Really nice. And you also get, by the looks of it, you get an extra bit of leg support there as well. Seats are electric, of course, forwards and backwards, and backrest, and up and down. And this one's also got lumbar support. Again, I don't know if that's standard or not. Just so you can see, that's where the controls are. Easy to access, plenty of space in between there. So if you put your hand down there, you can get to those easily. We've got cruise control, it looks like radar cruise control. And we've also got our information display for the as standard digital dash. And then just come down to the center console. In fact, I'm just going to show you these. really don't know what to think about these. The keys are trimmed in the same sort of colour leather as the seats. I really like the key as a design with the buttons on the side, but maybe just a black leather key would have done. I suppose they're trying something different. Yeah, you can't knock them for that. And yeah, I really like the key design as well there. Not so sure about this. Sort of like a crystal gear selector. I'll talk more about that in a second, actually. You've got your park, and then you've got your auto start stop here. You've got this sort of funny little, don't know what that's for, but it's standing something up in there, I suppose. Armrest, does it open? Yes, it does. Here we are. Does that do anything? No. Is that net in there? Yep, like a little pointless net there. I mean, what are you going to put in that? I can barely get my hand in it. There you go. So, right, let's start the car up. So, in some Volvos, you actually get a little, once the key's in the car, you actually get a little dial here to turn. On this particular one, they've given it a push button start. So, to start it up, it's foot onto the brake pedal, and it starts up. There we are. You can see this particular car's done just coming up to 57,000 miles. I think it's worn its miles well. It's not showing any signs of use. I'll just turn the fans down because you're probably going to hear that. Yeah. And close the door. And it's a really nice, quiet place to be. So there's your driver's information display. It's red on the driver's seat because I've not got my seatbelt on yet. Showing 70 miles of range. And then you've got your screen here. So this button here takes you back to the home screen if you press it a certain amount of times. If you press it too many times, it tells you, like, drag down side to side and hold to turn the screen off. Press it again. So this is your home screen. You've got your sat nav here, so you can make that wide screen if you want to, and it's a nice clear screen, to be fair. Nice and clear. Not really used the sat nav much in Volvos for quite a while, but I think it was a similar system last time I did use it, and from memory, really good system. Back to the home screen. Of course, you've got your Bluetooth. Not sure if they have Apple CarPlay as standard. There's nothing here to say that they do. I think it's probably an add-on. Again, the last Volvo I drove was an 18 plate, and it didn't have it. It's been a 19 plate, probably built around a few months after that one, so I'd say probably not as standard. I would say, from memory, you can actually get Volvo to install it. I think there's a software you can. Anyone who knows, put a note in the comment if that can be installed. And then you've got your car status here, and then you've got your service intervals. So digital service history of this car, what you can see, this car due a service in 167 days or nearly 14,000 miles. And then if we swipe this way, these are all your driver's aids and whatnot. Scroll it up and down. Green is on. See, if it's not, it's not. Windscreen wiper position. There you go. Want to service your wipers? There you go. Nice and easy. So you don't have to stretch yourself across the bonnet. Cornering lights, we all know what they are. Private locking, as opposed to just locking. I don't know. Reduce guard, so if you leave your dog in the car. Cruise control. So I would imagine that the cruise control, yeah, cruise control without adaptation to the car. So you want that off, otherwise your radar cruise isn't going to work. Headrest fold. I'm going to press the button, see what it does. That's quite cool. Pointless, but cool. And what else have we got? Lane keeping aid, probably the most annoying thing I've ever had on a car. Always turn that off. Bliss's blind spot information system. Yeah, it's a really good system. Like you see that little boomerang. Sorry, my finger's out of focus. The little boomerang there. That lights up orange if you've got a car in your blind spot. Nice and simple. If you try and move into its space, it will warn you. Camera. So it's got a 360-degree camera, as you can see, and you can pick out these cameras. Yeah, that is really useful if you are parking near a curb. So can you see, I'm just turning the wheel with my other hand. You see the wheel there just coming into shot. You can see exactly where your wheel is. You're not going to prang your nice diamond cut alloy wheels. So I really like that. Yes, I was going to talk a little bit more about the gear selector. Yeah, I don't really like it. It's crystal there. It's the only thing that is crystal in here. If you get the crystal thing with the BMW, you get the gear lever and the iDrive wheel and the volume dial. At least it all sort of ties in, whereas this is just randomly see-through. But yeah, what I want to talk about is the way you have to put the car into reverse. So press the brake pedal down as I just have. Nudge it forward. You would assume it's in reverse. It's not. You have to give it 2 nudges forwards. Why? Why do you need to do that? That's pointless. Backwards into drive. No, that's neutral. 2 nudges backwards. Again, why? Do also have a manual option, and presumably we've got some paddle shifters, have we? Oh, we knocked the plus and minus is left and right. Got you. There we go. Plus, minus, right, left. Okay, back into drive. So that's, oh no, that's going into neutral. So what silly gear lever. Handbrake, electric handbrake is what it is. This thing absolutely annoys the hell out of me. Auto start stop. Always, sorry, no, not auto start stop, my apologies. No, that is auto hold. Start stop is somewhere else. That will hold the brakes on the car while you're stationary, and then when you want to set off, it'll release the brakes, but the car does jerk forward quite considerably. So, start stop, if I remember correctly, you have to go in, yes, you have to go into this menu and turn it off every single time you start the car. There we go. So there we go, that's a look around the interior. So what I'll do is I'll give it a few scores, and then we'll put this one as the very first one on a list of cars and see where they score. So we're going to run through exterior styling, interior styling, equipment, build quality and desirability. I think they're 5 things, and we'll give it a score out of 10 for those, and we'll see where we end up. So starting with the first category, so the exterior styling. Yeah, quite like what they've done with the car. It is a little bit on the bland side for what is a very expensive vehicle, but then I suppose it's the Inscription model, not the R design. Really like the headlights, like the wheels. So out of 10, I'm giving this a solid 7. Interior styling, yep, I do quite like it. The seats are really comfortable, really like the leather, like the layout of the screen, but don't like the silly gear lever. It's nice in the back as well. I think we give this a 6 out of 10. So moving on to the build quality section then, and I just keep going back to it. This carpet is just horrendous. I don't think that's right on a car of this type. Although that said, everything else nice, well put together, as you'd expect from a Volvo. And there's more of that horrible carpet again. The leather is coming away from the cup holder on the armrest, if you remember, and that just looks awful. But as I say, the leather is really nice. The plastics, yes, they are a little bit scratchy, but they are what they are. So I'm going to give the build quality a 6 out of 10. So for equipment level, I think you get quite a lot of standard on one of these. So for example, you've got the 360-degree camera, you've got full heated leather, no heated steering wheel unfortunately on this particular one. Leather is good quality. You get LED lights front and rear, parking sensors, heated front screen, all the nice things that you would expect. Again, no Apple CarPlay and no heated steering wheel. Do get memory seats, auto lights, auto wipers, of course, all standard. You get a powered tailgate. So I think it's a reasonable spec. On the radar cruise control as well. I think you get a lot for your money on one of these. So I'm going to give the equipment level, I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. And finally, desirability. Well, this car sits in a category where it's quite well populated. You've got BMW's X1, you've got Mercedes-Benz GLA, Jaguar E-Pace, Lexus NX, quite a few in there. So, but Volvo do have a loyal customer base. Just don't know if this one is desirable in this colour scheme. Probably in a different colour scheme, very, very desirable. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10 for desirability. And there you go. So the final score is on the screen now. Let me know what you think of this new style of videos that I'm going to do. Anything in particular you want to see, anything you want me to improve on, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are on this particular car as well. And there'll be plenty more to come. But for now, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.